Hello everyone! Welcome to this is what I'm going to call Yu-Gi-Oh! Conquest. In this series, I'm going to gather a whole bunch of people from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Roleplay and battle them in a best of 3 with 3 different decks. Each of us will play one deck, and if that deck gets a win, it cannot be used again. Whole point is to get all 3 of your decks a win, and then you can advance. Are you ready to begin?
Yes.
Alrighty, let us ready up. So, the whole point of this series, pretty much, is because I felt like doing some Yu-Gi-Oh! Content and I am very bad at meta. I'm just being honest. And the roleplay has been delayed for so long, and I wanted to do some fun with the roleplay decks, so this lets you see multiple roleplay decks at the same time. So just a T-pass. We're not no break board meta, like Master Duel. Oh, you start off with Karakuri's. Oh, shit, okay. Damn, this is like our Attack of the Kaiju matchup. Damn, it's gonna be very bad for me.
Well, yeah, but what do you expect? Crackers is kind of my weakest deck. Ow!
It's my Shell Knight. Fossels is technically my weakest deck. That isn't like one of the random decks that I was using. Can you please stop auto chaining? Or stop chaining when I don't need you to. This is like my most defensive deck I have. It'll be the slowest deck, but also if I can eliminate your Karakuris, then I don't have to worry about playing Fossels against any other matchups.
Well, I'll activate the effect of my bonds.
Yep.
And because I switched to my Karakuri, let's go ahead and break that face down.
Well, then I might as well Wabaku then. You're gonna bust it? I might as well make it we can't kill my monsters by battle this turn.
Look who's already in for play.
I love the animations they added. Oh, they're so nice.
Oh my god, yes.
This just shows how long since I've actually played anything. Because of life sucking. And the roleplay being on holds.
Not really on hold, it's just...
Kind of
we
is.
can't...
Kind of is. At the moment. Yeah, because of Wabaku you can't kill my monster by battle.
I know, but I have to attack.
Yeah, I know. Karakuris. 2,900, 3,800, and 1,400, and your monster. Oh, just, you know, remove my thing from play. Okay, cool.
Well, that's Predaplants' effect.
Cool. I'm gonna burial it back, though, because I needed my graveyard to actually play my deck. I'm gonna Monster Reborn. I'm gonna target your Karakuri. I'm gonna summon so I can do some Ixies plays. Let's overlay into Granite Guardian. Activating Granite Guardian's effect to add 1 rock monster from my hand to my deck. Let's add... Morphing Jar. Now I can use Rock Band's effect from the graveyard to add a monster to my hand and then return something to the top of my deck. Battle. Brandon will attack your 1,100 defense.
Kind of pointless though, because while Blue Raven on the field, defense monsters can't be destroyed.
That's fine. All you, my friends. Trying to think of how the thumbnail will look for this video, honestly.
Fair enough. Let me do my own Ixies.
Oh, God, I love these so much. It's gonna make role playing look so cool when we actually get to that point.
Yep.
Oh, did you send it a match? Oh, you did.
No, I said the single.
No, we have the match markers under our name, so matter.
Weird.
It doesn't matter because it's best of 1. So technically, best of 1.
Bring out the summer.
Out to your level 9.
That's kind of the thing. If you can get out, break through it, I'm pretty much screwed.
Shell Knight's effect. I'll add this to my hand. Primordial Manstrom. Deck doesn't help. It's not really. Might actually have this turn. Which will get rid of your Karakuri deck out of the way. And then I'd have to either switch or stick to Fossels until it gets a win. I'm trying to think if Fossels have a good matchup against anything else you have. And I guess it could be okay against Sabers if I remove it from play. I actually could draw my fusion spell!
Ouch.
Like, your graveyard has a whole bunch of nice monsters in there. I just didn't draw my fusion spell. I'll buy more compare. What was that option? That was an easy sweep for your Karakuris, and
I got a quick, powerful hand.
that happens. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. On to round 2. Alright, we're round 2. I have no idea what you brought. You had to switch. It was up to me to decide to switch. Don't go second. Yeah. Let's see what your second.
Oh, this will I'll give away my deck immediately.
Oh, you brought Tom Zombies. Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
Remember, my character does technically have these on his person.
No, I know. I also didn't specify it had to be on your person. It just had to be a deck you used, but...
Yeah.
My decks are upgraded versions of the decks that I'm planning on using, so... A little bit upgraded. Not a lot upgraded now I look at my extra deck. Okay, well this was the Rose deck that my character is supposed to be using in the final. Oh well, spoiling it doesn't matter. Ryan spoiled the whole rest of the damn thing if you watch his live stream. He spoiled literally everything, so...
Oh, you don't want me to do a second mill. Okay.
You already milled a Mizuki! Well, I'm gonna pot a grade here.
But there are other gods I want to mill.
Yeah, and there's something I want to special summon. My Rose Princess. And now I'm going to normal summon Ori Scorpio. And by using Ori Scorpio's effect, I will send Red Rose to the graveyard and to grab myself a Predaplants. Yeah, I'm gonna grab this. Use Spino's effect. You can have a Predator counter.
Rude.
Not rude. Perfectly fine. I'm going to make a Moonlight.
That's going to be a pain for me.
That can go to your hand. Moonlight's gonna swing to your Mizuki. And Ori Scorpio's going to sting you. Now you can tell it's later in the story because I apparently have 2 Black Rose. I did not build this deck. This deck was built by Art. So yeah, apparently he believes that I own 2 Black Roses when I obviously do not. So, but I meant besides that small change, that this deck is pretty much how it will be later on in the story. Okay, well if you special summon something, I'm going to bounce it with Moonlight. Or, you know, you can Necrocy Bancy and do that and Gurg you, because now my deck's sort of busted.
And the reason you do that.
No, because now if they're not plants, I can't do that much. I'm gonna Necrofusion.
Let's send a Spectral Sword to my grave.
That's fine. I'm alright with that.
The problem is, how am I going to get out that Moonlight? Because you'll break any Synchro Summon.
Yeah, I know. That's the reason why I did Moonlight and didn't normal summon a normal Black Rose.
Because
this puts more pressure on than nuking your board with normal Black Rose.
That actually will work. With Mizuki, I'm going to go ahead and bring back my Spectral Sword.
Okay.
Well, I need a few more turns to be able to pull off anything.
Remember, it's only the first monster that you special summons level 5 or higher.
This is the part where I have to figure out how I'm going to do this.
Yeah, this is also a lot better for the viewers because roleplay, our duels have to go like how we need them to. Yeah, that can go back to your hand. Or back to your extra deck, it's fine. This way you can see the decks because they're not actually scripted. I'm going to Rudy Rose Witch.
Well, it's not like we hold back in our duels. We usually just let what happens.
Sometimes, and then sometimes there is situations that we need a duel to go a specific way. This lets me get Witch the Black Rose, so I can bring out you love her. It's a normal Black Rose. So this is probably one of my stronger decks, being the fact that this is more of a finale deck. So there we go. Woo, we're 1-1. All right, round 3. Both have 1 win apiece. Feel it. Oh, okay.
Well then.
So I don't. So you either stuck with Shiranui or you went to your main big boy deck.
Over to you.
I'm gonna just T-set. You haven't revealed nothing, so I shouldn't reveal nothing. Okay, or you know, you could dead draw and give me an easy win. I'm going to summon Kokimaru Overload then. And just punt you for 900 or 1900 in the face.
Out.
And I'm going to use Overload's effect and reveal that I have a Guardian Lynx in my hand. Setting because you have to or setting because you need to is the question.
That is the riddle, my friend.
It won't matter. Because I'm about to get your hand, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, rude.
And because I control a rock monster, I can normal summon Emancipator Researcher. Or special summon, activating Emancipator Researcher. Checking the top 5. And deciding if they should go to the top or bottom. Well, it doesn't help me because all my fusion spells are now going to the bottom. Great.
Ouch.
Well then. That's a loss for me, I guess. Let's put my monster down. And let's see, throw it up. Let's go for Leonite. Activating Leonite's effect.
That's some good flips there. What you gonna pick?
Has to reveal an Emancipator, I think. I'll just set another monster and hunt you for another 24. Or you can gain 24. Alright, sure. It doesn't actually tell me what you're playing. Okay, I have to figure out why it always changes my... Harpy's Feather Duster. Well then. Sure. You popped a Time Treatment, a Burst Rebirth. I really didn't want to pay 2,000 to get a flip monster back. Or a monster back. There's something really good in my graveyard that was worth paying 2 grand for. I'm gonna summon a really bad Sphinx that no one plays. But it does stop you from targeting my Golem Sanctuary as a... it is your...
It is my Sabers.
It is your Sabers. Damn, which means you just drew really bad. You just drew really bad then. You know what? Being fact, that's the last little trooper. It can go to your hand. and because I have my Hexa Sphinx, you can't attack Golem Sanctuary, so killing it's first. So.
Oh.
Well, that works if ya are God. Time roulette. Ah! Didn't pay off. Okay, 2 sets. 3 sets. I have very few Emancipator targets, that's why I'm not using Blue Knight's effects. Oh, alright, Quaking, cool. I'll just sit on the, on my deck, my other part of my deck is pet monsters.
Oh, here's the ledger.
Oh, okay, cool. So in 3 turns you get those. Ah, oh, damn. Okay. You really don't like Golem Sanctuary, and I don't blame you.
Be gone!
Another monster, and honestly, this will help you more than it'll help me, I think.
Yeah, because we give my left but I get to draw 5 cards.
Yeah, I only get still 3. You technically drew 4 from that. I'm gonna Miracle Rupture, though.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna send Weathering Soldier to the graveyard, which will actually let me get to my fusion spell. You have nothing worth fusing with. Ah, screw it. Literally nothing worth fusing with. But that's fine. I still get a level 4 2500 attack point monster. They can't be targeted by monster effects. Or you can just keep them alive. Alright, sure. So, actually, I'm gonna take the damage here.
Up on the zone.
In case you summon something. 1, to free up the zone, and 2, in case you get something really big and can punt over Morphing Jar, I'd rather take the lower amount of damage. When you're getting something really big out. Than punching over him. You want to attack a Aroma Jar? Go right ahead.
That's a pain.
It is. I'm gonna back to the front. I'm gonna bring back Weathering Soldier.
You do that.
And I'll take 500 points from Aroma Jar. I back her away. That makes me wish I had a Harpy's Feather Duster.
Please don't.
I don't. I don't think I run one in this deck. Oh, okay, Elemental Training high. I'm going to remove that as overlay so I can add to my hand a Rock Monster. Odd Researcher.
Oh no.
Okay. These 2 face downs that you flip face down with Quaking really are pissing me off. What do you have in your grave? One earth, I don't know, 3 earths, 1 light, 1 dark. You have 1 more turn left on Ledger Domain till you get that, but that's fine. Oh, I forgot you had a Chaos Sorcerer in your deck.
I really get to get him out because I rarely draw him because he's a 1-of.
Well, that's good that people need to see him then. I don't know how many answers you actually had to an Aroma Jar besides that, so...
Not many.
No, I didn't think so, so there you go. Like the only good elemental lord I think you can get right now is the Earth one. You have 3 Earths in your grave, so the only good one is Earth. You don't have enough targets for anything else at the moment. They used Chaos Search's effects, you can't attack with it. Tribute set.
That's a stinks.
I will remove Weathering to add another rock monster to my hands. I will add Exodius the Guard. Battle. Let's crash. Unless you have something. You have something to stop this. Good. I didn't want you removing all my stuff. Go ahead.
Well, let me use my jar.
Yeah, that helps you
Just
fix.
return 5 cards from my graveyard back to my deck.
That helps. Yeah, I guess that fixes you. What'd you leave in there? 3 Earths, a water, and a dark. Okay. Ledger Domain, yep. There's just 3 cards. God, definitely Phandom advantage over me. Oh my god, oh my god, another one. Okay, in 3 turns, you're getting 3 more cards. I guess that works. That's the wind. Yeah, but you can change the elementals to different elements. So if you ever draw an elemental, or just change them.
Exactly. If you can't do the count, I'm about to have 5. So.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then your win one's 5. So you'll be able to anyone but the Earth one.
All of them.
I'm gonna summon Flick Cracker. Flick Cracker's effect. Teeny little 500.
Ouch.
Now I'm gonna remove my fossil to grab Fossil Fusion. Activate Fossil Fusion. Let's screw up your count. Or not, because... oh well, do this. Fossil Warrior Skull Knight! I should have played one of the 4s instead of the 6.
Bye-bye damage.
Ow! You take 11 and I take double. Okay. It's a cylinder with fundamental differences. Trying to think key. Yeah, okay, well there's your 5th. Your elemental lords have gathered. Your elemental sabers have gathered. The lords are now what is needed.
It's true.
Surprised you don't have one in 5 cards. Oh. Oh, valet. Oh, hi, Dark Rebellion. No.
Then that takes care of that problem.
What, the fact that I sell in the morning?
Well, if I had gone into my lord, you would have just done that to my lord.
True.
Didn't know you had that, but it gets rid of that problem for me.
Literally a one-of. And I don't usually like solemn cards, but I was like, oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi, Light Lord.
Hi.
Well, I get a Fossil Fusion back to my hand, so there's that. So what? They're not once per turn. Wait, they're not once per turn? Oh, okay.
No, they're hot. Once per turn. I just had enough I could do 2.
Yeah, okay. 2 of the big lords themselves.
Doink.
Oh! I might Skull Knight. Damn. You put me in a very rough spot, because now I have to win 2 games in a row against your last deck before your deck gets won.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, this could be the final round of how can win for this last round with his last deck. I have to win 2 in a row. And this hand is not looking good for a 2-1 sweep.
Oh, then let's start by putting down the field spell Shiranui Style Synthesis.
Yes, you have to win with zombies. Okay. Yes, because I beat your zombie deck. So yes, you have to win. You have to 2-0 me with zombies. So that'll be really good against if I'm playing Fossels. Zombie world will be anyways. Although it doesn't change the fact that they're... No, it does change the fact that they're rocks. Yeah, that really... Damn! That actually screws me if I'm playing... Even if I win this, I might have a bad matchup.
Well, to be fair, it's only a single Necro War and a single Zombie War, so if you can get rid of it, that problem's gone for you.
Yeah. That's foolish. Let's start by sending a Phandom Knight of Ancient Cloak to the graveyard. And let me add to my hand. Nothing really helps me in this situation. This exact moment. I activate Farfa. At 3 pass.
Oh, then. I must see that card.
That's fine. I'm about to use it. I'll add my Ancient Cloak back to my hand. Phantom Knight of Mist Claws! Phantom Knight Sword! Sword will take the hit.
Fair enough. It's better to think your Phantom Knights is the only deck my character has in face, too.
Your monster can go away for a turn. Yeah, you're right. You haven't actually versed Phantom Knights yet.
Okay, you can take a power cut for the turn then.
You don't draw your cores. When you don't draw something that you need. It goes defense mode. You get your monster back because Spark's effect ends. To be fair, this is probably the deck I have the least practice with because I'm not used to the Burning Abysses that are in here. Yeah, no. I definitely need my monster to live. Swords in my graveyard actually help me, so...
Well, it's back to you.
That's fine. Hi, Raggy Gloves. Hello, Playstarter.
Here we go.
Pixie Sokun! Come forth, my Royal Knights! Knight of Breaksword! Breaksword's effect. Let's pop 2. Let's have... Breaksword's effect now activates. I can bring back my monsters as level 4! Exceed Shogun. Appear, Raider's Knight. Activate effect by removing 1 overlay. Let's rank him up, or rank him down. In this case, I think I'll rank him up into Requiem. I'll set to pass it to you.
Synthesis effect. Discarding a card from my hand. I'm going to special summon my Shiranui Squire back from my graveyard.
That's fine.
Next, I summon Spectral Sword Shade.
Yep.
This one I rarely get to bring out. Quarter Saga!
Oh, okay.
Quarter Saga's effect, I banish a monster from my graveyard, or a monster that's faced above my field.
Sure.
Doing so, she activates effects. Since it was a zombie, she gains all monsters I control gain 300 attack. Since it was a fire attribute, I can destroy a spell trap card on the field.
Oh no, my.
And since it was a synchro, I can destroy a monster on the field.
Oh. Okay. Well, technically, at the end of the turn, Requiem would have died due to Raider Knight's effect. So I guess in retrospect, that's fine.
Next, activate Spectral Sword's effect, banishing it in my Squire Saga. My Squire to bring out my other copy of Samurai Saga. And since Squire Saga was banished, I get to draw a card and then discard a card.
Okie dokie. Well, I'm going to take the 24. And then I'm going to Drowning.
Why didn't you do that before?
Because I needed a little bit of damage done to me.
Okay.
First things first, Ragged Gloves, banish. I can send to a graveyard one monster. Let's send Boots. Boots. Banish it. Grab a Phantom Knight spell or trap. Let's grab Fogblade. Finally, Cloak. Let me add to my hand a Silent Boots. But I'm going to take the 3 that I just banished and...
I'm back in the deck so we can draw again.
Yep. Normal summon, Stained Greaves. Special summon Boots. Let's make... You know what? Let's make Virtual World Long Long.
Forgot you technically had those.
Yeah, they don't see very much. Now I'll banish Sword. Since we're gonna banish my monster. And summon a Break Sword.
Okay.
Stained Greaves effect. Banishing Stained Greaves. I'll special summon Boots. And increase level by 1. And I've already used Boots' effect this turn, so I can't use it again. But you can take 2,000 from Break Sword.
Ouch.
And I'll pass it on to you.
Oh. Okay then. Right, Yucky.
Oh, okay. That can happen. Sure.
Summon my Yozuki.
I'm Fogblading it. I don't want it to use its effect.
Banish Mezuki. Summon Spectral Sword Shade from my graveyard.
Yes, sir.
Gauge effect. Sending him to graveyard, I can special summon 2 monsters that are my banish zone. Nope. It clicked on the wrong thing. Wow. That pisses me off a bit.
Oh well, misclicks happen and draw. Hey, Armageddon Knight. Cool, because you know, I need a play starter. I'm gonna send Torn Scales. I'm now gonna activate Sword to bring back Boots. This allows me to bring Torn Scales back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna banish Boots to add rank up magic, Phantom Knight launch. Now, let us rank up into the second Break Sword that I own. Using Break Sword's effect. I'm going to pop this, and I'll pop your field spell. Wait.
Come on!
What? You got something out of it. Gazuki can use its effects again, and can attack. Effects negated, so I don't have to worry about it. And I'm gonna actually kill the Gazuki. Set a card pass. It's actually the closest game we had out of all three. You're out of all four.
Ghost Miss Girl, Shiranui story.
Sure. Okay, that's a 6. Oh, that actually... I'm gonna use Fog Blade and get Raider's Knight back. I don't know if how Zombie will affect the deck as much as it does my other ones. I don't think it matters what type they are, as long as they have Phantom Knight in their name. Oh, no, they're still, that doesn't affect them either. They're still dark.
Well, let's get with the problem on the board I don't want you to keep having.
But the problem brings back my friends! And they're level 4 now! Breaksword is the best of my Royal Knight friends! Oh wow. I actually completely forgot I had this card. Well then. Let us create the rebellion!
It's gonna Samurai Saga's effect so I can return my Squire back to my deck.
I'm going to rank up Magic Launch! Rank up Exceeds Evolution! Come forth! Arc Rebellion Exceeds Dragon! Arc Rebellion's effects! Side note, Triple Tactics Talon! Draw 2. Cause I can.
I'm in danger.
You're in danger. I'm gonna summon all my special monsters! Because it's not like I do that enough. Oh, wait, can I get there? Can I get there? Wait a minute. Can I actually make him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes! I make Ultimate Falcon!
Why do you have that?
Because I do. Because technically I owned Raid Raptors. Why can't I fight?
Maybe an effect you used?
Probably. It's fine. I have Ultimate Falcon.
Mizuki!
Oh, I locked myself with Arc Rebellion. I should have won with Arc. What a wow. I want to show up. I never get to summon Ulti Falcon, ever. Like, it never happens.
Dingo Shogun!
Oh, hi, Shogun. What are you gonna do? Oh, well, I guess that wins you the game, doesn't it? It's fine. Yeah, that wins you the game right there. No, it's fine.
We have overextended, boy!
Yeah, well, it looks like Hal wins the Conquest. 3 wins to 2. No, 3 wins to 1. Oh shit, I did bad. Oh,
you would have won this round if you didn't.
I arced and I got and I wanted to ulti. I never get to use Ulti Falcon. But yeah, if I'd have just swung with Arc, I would have won. But oh well. I get to show off cards. It was neat.
Yeah, and okay, apparently my screen is frozen. I don't know what the heck.
So everyone, I hope you enjoyed this wonderful, wonderful premiere episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Conquest. Let me know who else from the roleplay you want to see me do these with, or how do these with. And we'll see you all next time.